Welcome back, Code Ninjas. We are working on level 4, treasure hunting with Laurel. In this one, we're going to be moving a little character around to collect like these little diamond things to help solve a puzzle. So it's kind of like the mazes with the Angry Birds, but this time we're collecting treasure. So I'm going to jump up into my corner and share my screen with you so that we can get started right away. All right. So I'm going to do a couple of these levels. I picked 3 to start with. It's a very, very simple one. You can see that I've got Laurel over here, and I've got my little gem diamond treasure right there. And it says move Laurel to the treasure, then use a collect block to pick it up. So I've got 1, 2, 3, 4 places to move. So I'm going to move forward 1, 2, 3, 4. So that should get me over to the gemstone, and then I'm gonna collect it with a collect block. So let's run it and check it out. There we go, nice and simple. So we got it. I'm gonna hop forward a little bit to level 6. Just make sure that this is, there we go. All right. So for this one, it says, help me collect each bit of treasure. These blocks are in the wrong order. Can you fix them? So this is kind of like the debugging exercise that we just completed. So first, let me just hit run and see what happens with the code as is. So let me hit run. So it moves forward, it collects, and I get an error right away. All right. So let me hit reset. So I see I've got these collect and move forwards here, but they're going to have to be at the end. So I'm going to just stick those over there instead. So if I move forward 1, 2, I'll get to the wall. So let me take this one away. Then I'm going to need to turn. And then I'll move forward. And then I bet I can just pop that right in, and it's ready to go. Now I can use the step function to kind of move through it one line of code at a time. But I think I got it. I'm just going to hit run and see what happens. All right, we got them. Awesome. So now I'm going to skip forward again. Get something a little more interesting. So I had a very simple one. Let me hit start over here. All right. So I had a very simple one where I just had to go in a line. And then I had one where all the code was there, but it was in the wrong order, and I had to fix it. So now this time I'm gonna start with nothing again, and I have a limit. So at the top of my workspace, it says a 1 out of 12 blocks. So basically my when run, that's my first block, is there, and I'm allowed to add 11 more blocks, and I can see that I have 3 pieces of treasure to pick up. So I'm going to just start putting these in. So if I move forward once, that'll get me here. So I'm going to move forward again, then I can collect. Then I need to make a turn. So I'm going to pick the right turn. Then I'm going to move forward again twice. So it's kind of like a little pattern. I'm going to collect. I'm going to turn right again. So that was me heading up, and now I'm in this one, and it should be the same thing. It should be a repetition. So move, move, collect. Okay, 12 out of 12 blocks. So I'm within my range here. I'm going to hit run. Got it. All right, it worked. Now, before I finish up, I just want to show you something, because we do have a brand new tool in our blocks panel here, in our toolbox. And that is this purple one that says repeat. So whenever you see a pattern, you could use a repeat block instead of just making a long chain of code, kind of like what I have right here. So what I have on my screen is very long, but it also is repetitive. So I got move, move, collect, right turn, move, move, collect, right turn, move, move, collect. So I'm going to break this off and I'm just going to throw it out and I'm just going to keep the beginning part of the pattern. So the move, move, collect, right turn. Let me hit reset too. So I'm going to drag my repeat block in and I'm going to place this code inside of the repeat block. So I need to go 1, and then I want it to repeat to get to 2, and then I would like it to repeat again to get to 3. So I'm just going to pull this down and choose 3 times, and I should get the exact same results. This time I've used half the blocks and it fits on my screen. It's a lot neater. And if I made a mistake, I can fix all the sides of this like kind of square shape. So if let's say I put, turning in the wrong direction, when I fixed it on one, it'll fix it on all of them. So, whoops, I didn't mean to do that. Let me put that back. There we go. So let's hit run and make sure that it still works. All right, there we go. So I like these repeat blocks because they help kind of keep the code neater. Both results are the same, so both answers are correct. I always say that these coding exercises are kind of like word problems in math. You have to figure out what the problem is, then you have to figure out how to get to the solution, and there might be more than one way to get to the solution, but the solution is always the same. So so that's what we've done here, is I've come up with 2 different ways to get to that solution. And I think that'll do it for us today. I think these last couple are pretty similar, pretty easy. So I'm going to jump back down. Okay, I'm back here in my workspace. So today we did a little collecting. So instead of just like passively bumping into something like the Angry Birds, we got there and we gave it the command to collect it. We did some debugging, just like we did with the level 3, where we were given a code but it wasn't correct, and we had to figure out how to get it in the correct order, or what blocks we needed to add to it to make it correct. And then finally, we did some more complicated patterns, and possibly you could experiment with that repeat block, which I'm sure is going to become much more important as we get into more and more complicated codes. Okay, great job. I will see you next time for level 5. Bye.